Welcome back, everyone, for another week here of the Osumania 4-Key World Cup 2023. We're now in the finals week, so only 6 teams remain at the end of this week. Of course, we're going to only have 3 left. So extremely important matches here now. Going to be a lot of close ones coming up, especially this one that we have up here first, which is going to be Japan versus Thailand in the losers bracket. I'm Potassium F, casting alongside Mifa. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing fantastic. This is, I can't believe we're reaching the penultimate round of the tournament, which I believe 6 teams are going to have to compete themselves into the podium. Although, however, losers bracket, we're going to have to fight twice to get into that spot. But it really is 2 teams matching back in like 2019. This is pretty much a rematch, so
Yeah, absolutely. This is such an exciting match as well. Actually, all of them this weekend are, especially in the losers bracket, because after this week, of course, only one team in the losers bracket is going to be able to make it out. So Japan or Thailand, they are going to be eliminated right here. And I think that realistically, all 4 of the teams, we've got Japan, Thailand, Indonesia, and Brazil in the losers bracket. I can realistically see any of those 4 making it to the podium after the end of this week. All 4 teams have been playing extremely well so far, especially these 2 here. I don't think, well, just straight up, I think this is going to be a very close match. I don't think either team is going to get swept here or stomped by anyone else.
I mean, let's be fair. It's completely just anybody's game for like the rest of the 6 teams remaining in the entire tournament.
Yeah, we've seen Thailand almost beat South Korea a couple weeks ago. They won 4 points against Korea, almost a 5th one, almost a tiebreaker as well there. Japan also, I believe, taking 4 points against USA, who are also easily one of the strongest teams in the tournament. So both of these teams, of course, sick mention as well to the 1-point win that Japan had on the Cord Jack map. But both of these teams have had extraordinary performances so far. It's interesting to see how they're going to scale. I think I feel like Japan might scale a little bit better, especially when we get to like kind of the LN picks in particular. But what we do know for sure still that's going to stay the same is Japan protecting SV. The opponent of Japan is going to be banning SV.
Looks like the ban coming from Japan is going to be Bokura, the speedier stream, which I feel that's understandable, given the Thailand's proficiency on handling stream picks in general.
Yeah, I think Thailand in general, looking at their scores, at least how they've been trending throughout the tournament, they've had the strongest scores on some of the more technical rice picks, on some of the speedier rice picks. So I think that's definitely where they're going to be trying to attack. Maybe even the hybrids, actually, as far as Thailand is concerned. But I do feel like Thailand might start struggling with their 3rd player, maybe on some of the LNs when they're getting harder this week. Paponga has shown to maybe be a little bit less comfortable with them, but we'll have to see, because Japan also might start falling off a little bit on the LN side of things as well. We'll see how that plays out. Oh, okay.
Immediately going for muscles.
Yeah, banger song, actually. Strong 280. This is an interesting pick for sure. I don't think we've seen Thailand really pick the jump stream map that much at all so far this tournament. And of course, we know that Japan's team is more than capable of putting up extraordinary scores on jump stream.
Don't quote me on this, but I think us casters or commentators, this is probably the first time we've seen a stream layout that has such tiny little names on the bottom corner.
I thought I was imagining things. Maybe they are a little bit smaller, but we'll see how it looks getting into the map. But yeah, I do expect a Fudder should come in for Team Japan, absolutely. Maybe also Crew K. I think Sleet Girl or JH League Girl should be playing most maps for Team Japan, and at least on the Thailand side, this is another thing that I think that maybe Thailand might start struggling with. They really only have 3 players that are capable of playing the map pool at this level. So Pavin, Konkawe, Paponga are going to be the 3 that I expect for most maps. Maybe, I think last week we saw Monpluk switch in as well for maybe like an LN pick or 2, but We'll see what happens on their end. I do think Japan has a more, I would say, well-rounded roster. They've got a deeper roster that they can kind of tap into if they need to.
Yeah, I think it's more versatile, if you want to call it that, really.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Of course, Ice Cake and 9990 playing a lot of maps as well, so they should be switching in maybe to some of the LN maps as well. But we'll see. First off, we're starting with Rice, and of course 280 BPM. This one is going to be fairly difficult to be able to maintain consistent combo on. But
yeah, interesting note is that isn't really that much just straight up jump stream. There's some couple of 1/6 bursts in some of the transitions, maybe some middle column bias on the jumps really. So it could be something you would call like a choke point for that.
Yeah, absolutely, and it really is going to come down to the misses, as we're starting off a little bit of an ACK lead for Thailand out of the gates, but no one's struggling really across the board. It looks like mostly Konkawa is making the difference between the two teams right now, 99.94.
Very good start for both of these teams.
Yeah, no one off to any form of shaky start. It looks like Paponga dropping in accuracy just a little bit, but still 99.7 is very high accuracy overall. And of course 6 full combos on the table, still a tied game.
Yeah, I mean, we're still at the, really pretty much at the first quarter of the chart. There's some, like that Snake Girl, the first draw actually, and Paponga though.
Yeah, Paponga had a big rush of 200s just earlier that flipped the lead a little bit into Japan's favor, but the miss definitely matters a lot more. Especially now that you look at the accuracies, Paponga and JH are not too far away as far as the ACK is concerned, and Paponga finds a miss then.
A trade finally, but Snake Girl actually recovering pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, I think Japan is going to start taking the lead a little bit, but actually JH Liko finding another miss now. Thailand managing to hold back, and we can see the accuracies overall. Pavin is killing it right now, 99.9 still, and that's keeping Thailand in a little bit, or maybe not an accuracy lead, but close enough. But
wow, look at that. It at least just switches over after Konkawa dropping a few.
That was a big drop from Konkawa as well, 99.7. I think Konkawa was hitting about 99.82 before that drop, so a fairly decent sized ACK drop with that. But still only 3,000 points, and we've seen how fast the point lead can switch if there's any misses in some of these denser sections. We saw the
2 assists to 1. Yeah, 2 assists to 1, but I'm more concerned because the stamina starts to kick in after this break here.
We're going to see who has the stamina to last the entire map here. Paponga starting to recover the accuracy now 99.5.
Having him drop 250s right there, that's already a significant drop.
Holding on to the combo though means this is still a possibility. It's less than 10,000 points the difference. But Thailand are going to have to hope that Japan miss at some point towards the end. And they still have the 2 full combos.
There's not much in the left in the chart. There's some jump strings right there, but Konkawa dropped again, so I don't think that's gonna actually change the lead too much. And Japan is gonna probably taking a break point in this case.
Yeah, it's looking like they're holding so consistent. Just the couple misses from JH Liko. That's 2 FCs on Japan, 1 FC on Thailand. And okay, Pavin's got a ratio there. But unfortunate 50s.
Those are very dirty judgments. 3 50s, 3 100s. Yeah, I mean, you have less 200s than 50s. That's kind of like a core jack pick.
And all 6 players are above 980,000 points. That's how tight this is. Even in the finals pool, even when you're saying 280 BPM, the level of play is just so high. And Japan manages to take a break point. This is a really good start for them because they have, I don't think we've mentioned it too much, but they have their own guaranteed win pick that is still up here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's fairly obvious to see that Japan is not going to lose that. So probably might go try something else, maybe?
Yeah, we have seen that Japan has been leaving their SV pick until later in the match. So maybe they do decide to leave that up there, in their back pocket, take it out when it's, closer to match point, maybe a bit more important of a point later down the line. I think if it's not the SV, then Japan should probably go for some of these LN picks instead. We've got the Rav LN pick, of course, being one of them. It was going to be LN2 instead, okay.
The denser, I mean LN density pick, more like. It's an interesting approach to Japan right now. Given Thailand's probably not going to switch out unless they're going to have Montluk instead of a Perponger, but Japan has two possibilities of a third player here.
I think Kruke is a definite. Kruke was definitely going to come in here. I believe 9990 is fairly likely. So what, Kruke... Oh, Ice Cake as well, actually. Yeah, there's a few players that Japan have that could potentially play this. I believe, given this is a density pick, I would expect Paponga to stay on, actually. Because even if you're not the most comfortable with LNs, kind of sometimes the density picks are, you know, not so bad as far as the technicality goes. So
I mean, in fairness, LN density pick is more so like the easiest of the LNs if you don't encounter wacky releases or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, easiest obviously in massive quotation marks. I think if you have the physicality, then yeah, they do tend to be maybe a little bit easier to score decently well on compared to some of the other ones. You know, maybe LN1 ends up being a little bit trickier in that regard. But this one definitely faster than some of the other LNs, 220 BPM of course, but we've just seen all the players being able to play 280 BPM just fine with some of the jump string there, so BPM shouldn't be too much of an issue for the players here, and looks like we are getting Ice Cake subbing in here for a father.
Yeah, looking to be the actual roster for Japan there. Ice Cake, no slouch on LNs, more so the sharpshooter for LNs in most cases, but this is finals level where you shouldn't be handling accuracy that much.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be expecting players to go for a bit more combo preservation rather than focus on sharpshooting accuracy that much. That said, you know, that previous map looked like a little bit of an act battle for the most part. So if all 6 players are really comfortable, maybe we do see accuracy playing a big role here.
Yeah, any form of mistake is quite fatal if you're not careful, since it's pretty short for a LN density pick.
That said, though, it looks like Japan off to a bit of a better start overall as far as accuracy goes. Paponga struggling a little bit more, down to 99.4, and all 3 of the Japanese players at 99.8 overall, beating everyone on Thailand as well. So, good accuracy start so far, but all 6 full combos up in the air right now.
Or very good start, like literally all FCs. I mean, there's some couple issues with Paponga's accuracy, but more or less, it's just actually Kruke dropped like about 99.5 right there.
Yeah, so the AC lead is not that big. You know, looking at that 3,000 points, that is nothing. If there is a single miss, that is going to go straight towards Thailand. They're keeping it really close, and Pavin is definitely holding it down as well. Look at all the Japan accuracies actually have dropped down.
Oh, Paponga actually dropping the combo right there.
That's going to be a big lead now. That does switch things over to Japan's side massively, but we are halfway through the map, just about. Pavin has the highest accuracy. That kind of counteracts a lot of Paponga's accuracy issues there. I think a couple misses from Japan may be needed if Thailand want to bring this one back. But all Japan need to do, hold on. If they can hold on to the combos without tanking too much accuracy, that's their goal right now.
I'm actually a little bit concerned with how all the combos are still staying up, really. It's because the accuracy is just backed up.
5 full combos is kind of ridiculous for a finals level pool. And that's what we're seeing right here. We've only seen 1 miss. But there comes the second one. Oh, that's a big drop from Ice Cake. Comes with a massive accuracy drop as well, down to 99.1. Now tying with Paponga. Pavin has the higher accuracy.
Oh my god, almost 7,000 points? 1?
200 from Pavan. Okay. It seems like Pavan is very keen on winning this match so far with the past two maps that we've seen, accuracy-wise at least.
Oh, Ice Cake might have been the lag over there. It's like 21 misses being dropped all at once.
That was rough. Yeah, 21 misses at once. That seems like a bit of a game freeze. Because Ice Cake did have one of the best accuracies in the whole lobby before that last point as well, and unfortunately that does cost Japan the point. 1-1, they trade breakpoints back, and now Thailand straight back in this. They're going to go with tech now.
I think given with Kamiori being picked by Japan, it backfired, but not in the way that you would expect it to backfire, because of that one technical issue.
Yeah, I mean, that said, even, kind of ignoring the technical issue, that was a very, very strong performance from Thailand. Like, we saw a Pavan MVP, we saw Konkawa getting an FC as well, with... Actually, Konkawa, I believe, tied the score of some of Japan's top scores. And Paponga with just one miss. I think, Thailand are looking fairly good, at least, as far as the LN goes so far, even if Japan might have a little bit of a lead. We'll have to see, though. This one's a very different map. Tech, of course, is completely different to Strong 280, the jump stream map that we saw earlier.
I mean, we're still venturing into the Rise category, and Tech is kind of an understatement for over complexification. It's not too much of a Tech, not in the way like Brain Dead is, like the Rise 5 pick, or Brain Dead, which is, I think it was a kind of in similar fashion to I'm in Nomad for this from semifinals. But this one takes a completely freeform approach on how the technicality of this pick goes.
Yeah, this one's definitely a really tricky one to kind of nail. So it was going to be interesting. I do think we can't be seeing so many full combos. I think we've seen a ridiculous amount of full combos so far, the past two maps. That has to slow down at some point, and I do expect a lot more misses on a map like this compared to what we just saw at the very least.
Alright, we'll see what happens with this pick. I am generally interested, because this is not something that I would expect Thailand to go for, like, in every other Rice picks in this pool. I would expect this is more of a third or fourth pick, really.
Yeah, maybe Thailand trying to get the a bit more risky picks out of the way early in the match, so they have better picks later, but we'll see, I do think eventually they would have had to pick this one anyway at some point.
We see all four mirrors. Everyone just seemed to have different motions, but also Sleeker with a 50 for some reason.
Yeah, early act drop, but nothing too serious, of course. First 100 notes of the map, so plenty of time to catch up. And oh, that one's a little bit more serious there for Paponga, finding an early miss, dropping the accuracy down to 99.3, so a little bit of a lead for Japan, but also a very early miss, so not going to matter a huge amount.
I tried this chart before I was actually looking forward to this match, and this is ungodly hard for something in a final sport, and I cannot believe I'm seeing literally no one's being flinch at this.
Yeah, still 5 full combos. JH Leaguegirl bringing the accuracy all the way back up to 99.7. Highest on Team Japan now, but Konkawa and Pavan both have higher accuracies than everyone on Japan, and that's really keeping Thailand in this. Despite the one miss, it's only 7,000 points that Japan have in the lead.
I mean, 8,000 is still pretty small, given this is, there's some wackier, yeah, they're like that Sleek Girl dropping on that one too, but it's very clean.
It's a clean drop, yeah, 99.6 still for Sleek Girl, but this is going to close the gap. I think Japan still have an accuracy lead overall, mainly because of Paponga. Still at 99.3, a little bit behind the rest of the players in the lobby. But, oh, actually...
The lead switch is completely crooked and actually having massive issues on the accuracy on some of the mini jacks.
Yeah, and once again, Konkawa and Pavan, no one on Team Japan is managing to match these two accuracies on Thailand.
Less than 1,000 points, up until this point.
Oh my god, we have a third of the map left. This is getting towards the last section now. And it's still hovering around Thailand's lead, but Paponga finds a drop. Very clean drop, that one. but a miss is still a miss. Japan takes a little bit of a lead towards the end, and now all they need to do is hold on to the combos.
All Thailand are still completely Pavin actually taking a second drop there.
That's a huge miss from Pavin as well. 99.8 was the accuracy just before, and Konkawa misses again.
Completely lost it.
Traded by Kruke, but that is not going to matter whatsoever. This is a point for Team Japan.
And the father is the only one holding the FC, and Pavin seems to have gave up completely after that loss of a lead.
Yeah, Pavin knew it at the end, ran out of, maybe got lost a little bit in the last few patterns at the end there. There was an opportunity perhaps for Thailand, but instead, this is going to be the third break point in a row.
I thought Pavin completely just completely forgot about the last notes.
Yeah, Pavin forgot that there was an outro to the map. That happens a lot, actually. It's very easy to forget that maps don't finish sometimes.
Think about it this way. These players having, like, 4 of them less than 10 200s. You would not expect to see that less of a 200 count. That is crazy.
Yeah. The accuracy just overall is insane. Did end up having one FC as well, a Father. Shout out to a Father on Team Japan.
Now in Japan's court right now, it's 3 breakpoints in a row, so I just want to mention out there.
Okay, but now did Japan pick SV? No. Okay, they're picking Clover.
They're gonna pick the featured artist pick, I suppose.
Yeah. New featured artist, of course, Commissar coming in with a original song, Osu original song here, Clover, I believe. So, interesting one. This is a lot more technical than we saw on the other LN pick.
If you thought every Commissar LN charts are difficult, this one is another level. How is this like 6 stars? That just completely blow my mind.
Oh, this should not be 6 stars at all. This should be way higher. Yeah, easier than end time, by the way.
What? Yes. This is how this is easier than Kamiori and the long note pick before.
Yeah. But no, this one has such tricky patterns, especially with Score V2. And 3 minutes long, I don't think there's really any like real break sections you can afford to rest in this one. So it is going to be really hard to keep up the entire way. And I think, yeah, there's no way we see 99.7s again on this pick. Surely not.
I don't expect FCs because how it's so unintuitive for the wackiest technicality for the LN pick is.
Yeah, it's just so hard. If you've ever played like one of the Lemon Guy Commissar maps, you'd know these are just brutal to try and combo for any amount of time, really. So hard to be consistent on these ones, and we'll see if that works out for Japan. So far, it has been the breakpoints. We'll see if Thailand can pull out another breakpoint here. We have, once again, just the one switch, a Father switching out for Ice Cake, of course, on the Japanese side. But other than that, the other 5 players still the same.
I'm so concerned about the hidden mini jacks of the shields. Like that Pavin actually already tracking a drop right there.
Yeah, early miss from Pavin. That's just before the 400 combo mark. So not going to make as much of a difference as a miss would right now.
Yeah, like look how stacked it is. Like the shields and the mini jacks in between. That is just ungodly hard for something you can actually keep the accuracy on.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone plays, LNs with jacks, especially when the LNs are like this. And so far, everyone holding on to their combos now, recovering the accuracy just a little bit. Looks like a little bit of an AC lead going over to Team Japan.
Croquet falling off a little bit there. Croquet falling off a little bit there. Just 99.7 to 99.4 completely.
But Japan still holding a little bit of a lead. It's 4,000 points, not that much. And so far, oh my god, these combos, they're starting to get dangerously high.
I'm just more concerned because this is not the hardest section. It's in the middle and the little bits of the burst like that. And this is the one where you could actually, like Konkawa actually dropping right there too.
Yeah, big drop from Konkawa as well. That was one of the FCs from Thailand. And, Paponga, 0 FCs now left for the Thailand side, and still 3 for Japan. So it is Japan going to be able to take a big lead.
Girl.
Sleek
Wow.
Girl trading one of those back, but that should still be okay, all things considered, for Team Japan. Paponga finds another one that's going to trade out the Sleek Girl miss from before. So 14,000 points at the end of the day, halfway through the map, but it is a very solid lead that Japan has for themselves.
I mean, let's be real here, because even the Sleek Girl missing and the accuracy are still all below 99.5, except for Pavin, for some reason recovering after that miss.
Yeah, Pavin's gaming today. Pavin is certainly gaming today, but I still think Japan has a bit of an accuracy lead just off the back of Paponga struggling a little bit more, below 99% right now. And that's giving Japan Act lead. The combo lead is also in their favor. But we can see the lead slowly starting to shrink a little bit. Oh, Ice Cake with a big tank
very
there.
Dangerous. Very dangerous there. It's now dropped to like below 8,000 points of difference right there.
Yeah, I mean, the combo was traded by Konkawa. Both of those players missed, and Paponga missing now as well. And now this lead is going to balloon back up for Japan. I was just going to say, Ice Cake's accuracy drop was fairly significant, but not if Thailand keeps on finding these misses. And we're getting towards the end of the map. There's not much time to come back. And none of the Thai players...
Paponga and Konkawa are getting lost right there. Really don't blame them because how very, very hard this pick is. And Pavin, for some reason, is gaining, for even with all of those difficult sections. That just makes no sense.
And yeah, very strong team performance overall from Japan. I don't know what Pavin is doing today. Pavin is doing something.
Single-digit 200s on something like this is illegal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even Pavin
987k with 2 misses. Oh my god.
Pavin still MVPs, even with Kurke's amazing FC though, by the way.
Yeah, Kurke clean FC. But Pavin with the clean AC. And that's going to be Japan winning the first non-break point of the match. So Japan up 3-1 now, and Thailand are not wasting any time. We're going with What's Up People. Another really technical map. This one a bit more... Yeah, I mean, it's hard to describe this one, actually.
I love how you close that greeting after you describe what this thing is.
Of course, yep.
Yeah. Except this is, well, if you thought being the dumpiest approach of how this pick is, this is, I don't know how to describe this too, actually.
Yeah, I can see a lot of people in the chat also saying the real name of the song out loud, of course. But this one is a very short one as well, just over 2 minutes in length. It is the full version of the song, but also cut. So it's not quite TV size, but still very short. So I think single misses here are going to matter a whole lot. It's going to have to be the combo that Thailand has to keep holding on if they want to be able to take one back. And now this is starting to feel like a must-win for Thailand as well. They really need to keep this score close, especially since Japan still has that SV pick in their back pocket.
Also, a very intimidating background. Hopefully they don't get intimidated by it, but we'll see how it goes.
Konkawa playing inverse?
No, that's not the time you would do that.
Yeah, a bit dangerous, but works out in the end. Everyone off to a fairly decent start, and a little bit of issues at the intro here from Kruke especially.
99, wow.
Yeah, it's going to give Thailand a little bit of a lead off the back of accuracy, but there should be enough time for Kruke to build that up to a much better one.
Rushing few 200s left and right, actually, and Thailand has a solid early, I mean, not that much of a lead, really. And yeah, like that, Paponga already dropping right there.
And it's not a very long, it was a fairly clean drop, actually, all things considered. Still tying, or just a little bit lower than Kruke's accuracy, so Thailand are going to keep the score close, but it is going to be Japan in the lead for now. So we're about the halfway point. Oh, actually, yeah, the accuracy drops from a Father and Sleek Girl might be enough to start flickering it towards Thailand. Look at Konkawa and Pavin right now. But Pavin finding a miss right before this section.
You just immediately activate your trump card right there.
Activating the curse at the worst point in time for Thailand, but still point lead 5,000 points. Crew K finding a big miss there.
Oh,
And Sleek Girl as well.
Falling off there. Only a Potter and Konkawa is holding on.
And now this lead is ballooned automatically, even though, you know, it's 2 misses for each team. The accuracy lead is very well in favor of Thailand. And I'm not going to mention any names for the rest of this map, but there is one person I am looking at right now.
I mean, we're still, yeah, like performance missed right there, but the lead maybe switched up a little bit.
There's still enough time. This is a very fast section. They can't afford misses, and we can see it shrinking.
It's closing in.
Oh, it's close. It's close, but it looks like Thailand still has a little bit of an advantage going into the last few seconds.
That is it. I think that's it.
They're going to maintain
Wow, look at that. 994 from Konkawa.
Okay, Konkawa, what are you doing?
Come on right now.
That's
you can't
not
be
possible.
doing like this. You can't be doing like this on the finals level.
Not on the finals pool. 994k, score v1 double S. Almost getting 1 to 10 ratio. I mean, if you just look at these ratios, map after map, it's always Pavan and Konkawa just crushing the rest of the lobby.
That's just not right to see how these players are still able to sharpshoot even on this kind of physicality.
Like, it's just mind-boggling to me how you're able to do this. Even if you look at the misses, I said it will come down to misses. Thailand missed more. Thailand got more misses there, but they still won just off of pure accuracy. That is insanely impressive on such a short map. But
that is definitely Thailand's point there, so no harm done really of actually to make sure that they're still on their feet.
Now Japan, your turn to pick. It's 3-2. Japan's still in the lead. Thailand still have to win a break point at some point if they want to be able to tie the score up. So Japan, they've got 2 LNs left if they want to keep going for the LNs. Of course, the SV is still lingering there, still going to be picked up at some point.
I can see some hesitancy for Japan picking Anoyo for an LN1 pick. And Ice Cake seems to be moved, so I'm guessing it's probably the one of the 2 LNs. Probably Fatal, Entanglement.
Could be an SV as well, you know, if you're saying Ice Cake moved to the server.
I mean, Gyoza should be in for SV, you know?
Yeah, I mean, maybe Gyoza's already in the server. We'll see. We'll see. LN3 is going to be the case. Okay.
And it is Fatal Entanglement. There is some hesitancy for a Rave LN pick. Completely understandable if that's the case, because Thailand's also fairly decent at maintaining how whack the LN coordination is picked there.
Yeah, it's very hard to be good at, you know, Ravel-style LNs, especially at the finals level, right? The coordination required to be able to hit those patterns is not something you'd be very comfortable with at all. For any of these players, really. We'll see how this one ends up going, though. Japan did end up losing the Density LN pick at the very end due to an unfortunate series of drops. This map still very dangerous as well, I would say, for Japan in the same kind of fashion.
Well, I think it's the wild card that doesn't involve Clover style of the chart. It's just very streamlined, not necessarily technical LN pick, or in the style of Shield or Jax.
And maybe that kind of more straightforward style is what Thailand want in an LN pick. I've definitely noted that Thailand do seem a little bit more comfortable when it comes to the straightforward ones. Maybe they can, if they can hold on to the combo. I think the accuracy between these 2 teams is very close overall. So it does come down once again to any potential chokes, any potential misses.
Alright, we'll see what happens here. I mean, we already expect to see Thailand still keeping the same 3 players, and Japan keeping the same 3 players for LNs, really.
Yeah, we've had 5 players so far this match playing every pick. So it's just Ice Cake and Afother switching out between the LN and the Rice as expected. But other than that, these 5 players have been killing it so far.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is fairly fast for an LN pick, and I would expect to see more of a little bit of a comfortable-ish play for both of these teams. But not for Ice King, actually.
Early miss from Ice Cake. That drops the accuracy down to 99% flat as well. Jage League Girl finding a miss as well. Hang on a second. This is a very decent early lead for Thailand.
I mean, still at the... Well, I mean, the pattern's already it's already getting harder, but the lead is actually kind of big for what it is now.
Yeah, we still have all the full combos for Thailand's side. 2 misses from Japan. Crew K still with a full combo as well. But JJ got finding another miss.
Zico dropping Ice Cake did recover some grounds right there, but still 3 FCs on Thailand's side, and well, I mean, with reasonably higher accuracies.
Yeah, I think Japan's accuracy is still very close to Thailand's. You see Ice Cake and Sleek Girl basically tying Paponga's accuracy, despite Paponga with the FC. And Konkawa and Pavan not too far in front, all things considered. Crew K kind of matching Konkawa. But
I've been messing under the one transition.
Yeah, finding the first drop there for Thailand. That's going to close the gap a little bit, but it has been 3 misses so far from Japan, so still 2 misses needed if Japan wants to come back into this one.
Of course, yeah, still accuracy 2 FCs to 1, wow.
Yeah, accuracy drops still might be a big important factor as well. 10,000 points, we can see how close...
The FCs right there!
Yeah, Crew K finding a miss now. That's all the FC's gone from Team Japan. Sleek Girl finding another miss. Hang on a second. This lead is starting to feel unbeatable now. Yeah.
And of course, I mean, given how the ending is handled right now, I just don't know how Pavan is still managing to MVP even with 1 miss. Or even slider breaks, actually. 250s right there.
Oh my god. I cannot deal with how some of these players are performing. 2 FCs from Thailand, but the one that wasn't an FC is the MVP in the end.
Yeah, that is just I just don't know how to say. And again, Thailand breaks a point, and they're now on equal grounds again, back.
3-3, absolutely. This is tied back up, and I think with that, Thailand has kind of proven that their LNs are not really much of a weakness whatsoever. Definitely not as much as what I might have been expecting at the start. So I think,
this might be bad for Japan, because there's one more LN, and I don't think Japan want to go for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether you would want to go for the last LN now, but the problem is, what else do you go for Japan?
Hybrids? Because Japan seems to have backs against the wall?
Okay, other than SV is the obvious answer, but other than SV, I'm gonna say something spicy here. I'm gonna say Jack for Japan. Might be something that they might want to look into in the near future, but for now it's Thailand, and given how Thailand has been picking so far, maybe I expect them to go for something like Brain Dead.
Yeah, I think it's either more on the Brain Dead or just after Tears.
Oh
but
my God.
I think it's gonna be Jack. Okay.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
I said Japan might pick. I said Japan might pick Jack. No, Thailand are gonna pick Jack.
You're challenging your prediction. We'll see how it goes. Actually.
Okay. Flashback to last week. Japan picked this map. I believe it was Japan's pick against USA, and they won by 1 point.
They won by a mere 1 point.
1 point. The team score, by the way, the whole team added up, combined, was 1 point higher than USA's, which is, well, not only is it just ridiculous that they only won by 1 point, but also that is a statement win against a team like USA. Maybe at the start of the tournament, you wouldn't have been crazy to say that USA is not going to lose a single Rice pick. So for Japan...
Yeah, there's no sense of rounding up in the calculations. It's genuine 1 point.
Yeah, so for Japan to win that just goes to show how ridiculously strong they are at Core Jacks overall. So if Thailand is picking this, they better be confident.
They're actually picking Brain Dead. They looked at the wrong pick, I think.
Okay, they looked at the wrong number. Okay, I think Brain Dead makes more sense as a pick, so...
Or actually, no. Maybe... I don't know, given the referee's probably saying no, so we're gonna stick with this one.
So, an unfortunate mispick here. We'll see what ends up happening, but I do expect Japan to have some very scary scores in this one. I don't think I have much information as to how Thailand are at the Cord Jacks.
Well, neither do I.
I'm not sure if they've even played it so far this tournament.
They might have played like around the 16 Cord Jack. I think it was Liftoff, but no, there's nothing else.
It's not a very good comparison when we're looking at...
Well, it's a finals level, so what do you expect, really?
Finals level, this one's a lot harder, 160 BPM. So, I mean, we'll see. So far, at least, the Rice maps have looked good for both teams, but Cord Jack is an entirely separate skill set.
I mean, 160 might not look like it's a big jump from Matt Silver, which is like around 6 BPM higher, but the patterns are relentless.
Oh, actually, hang on a second.
Actually, Potter, Kao and Pavin is actually rounding up against Crooked there.
Yeah, Father missing repeatedly, and JH Lee Girl off to not the best accuracy at the start. All three players on Thailand are holding very strong accuracies. And Crooked missing as well. Hang on a second, maybe this was a good pick after all for Thailand.
Yeah, there's only one FC for Japan, and Thailand is, well, crushing it now. I mean, they're dropping some accuracies below the 9.8, but, I mean, 3 FCs are gonna win against none.
Yeah, the misses, that's really what's doing it. The accuracies are pretty much tied, but this is now, what, 5 misses from Team Japan overall versus none. Thailand's still on the full combos on all 3 players. And Pavin's accuracy is growing higher and higher by the second.
Paponger is stable throughout this entire act, staying still on the 99.7 from the start until this middle point.
I mean, yeah, that's what matters. You know, once you get into a few 200s from Paponger, but no big deal. Once you get into the harder maps, you know, the extreme high accuracy doesnjust matter as much as just keeping consistent with the combo. And right now, that is exactly what Thailand's doing.
If you miss, you just lose, basically.
Absolutely. 21,000 points. We're in the last quarter of the map just now. But it is a very strong lead so far for Thailand. They've looked very comfortable, at least on this pick.
Everyone comboed the uglier transitions, and they're still going back to Cord Jack's. Paponger finally dropping there, but again, just look at this accuracy right there.
Yeah, Akdrok for Paponger as well. That's another miss. This lead is actually going to shrink really quickly. So, still in the lead for Thailand, but need to stop these misses coming out. We can see
7,000. It's closing in, actually.
It's closing
Japan's
in quickly.
accuracy is back up. 99.86 for Crooked right there, even with a one miss.
Hang on a second. 5,000 points. The lead last pattern here, and all the players
3,
hold on. It was enough of a buffer. Thailand managed to hold on to it, and despite the miss pick, that's a 994k from Pavin.
That's 990, even with a miss from Crooked. That's just
Crooked. Man.
I mean, it did not seem to backfire, but it's dangerous because it's Cord Jacks, you know? Thailand is now back in front.
Yeah, without that miss from Crooked, that would have been like, what, 996?
Something
around that area. That is insane.
And Thailand's back in front. And Japan's going to have to pick something and win if they're not wanting to lose a 2-point advantage right there.
And now, I mean, yeah, Japan have 1 LN pick left. They've got, I mean, maybe, you know, thinking about Japan's performances over the history of MWC, looking at something like Desert After Tears would make sense, but I think against a team like Thailand, I would be hesitant picking something like that. I think SV is just their best pick. I think maybe you don't want to be leaving it too long, right?
Yeah, I mean, in possibilities, Japan has 2 more picks. So if they lose the one pick, you can go for the SVs after. But whether or not Japan's gonna pick SVs or not in the first place, there's also hybrids right there, still sitting ducks right there.
Yeah, they are guaranteed at least 1 more pick, as you said, after this one, no matter what happens. So they can afford, technically, to leave the SV 1 more time. They don't have to pick it now, but it has to be one of the next 2 times. And it looks like they're not going to be picking SV, saving that till the end. It's going to be LN first, so the whole LN pool being picked. So far, Thailand have won 2 out of the 3 LN maps that we've seen, but this one is a very different one, for sure.
Can we make it 3 out of 4 LN picks, 1 for Japan? Because I believe this is just dangerous looking at it now.
I think in general, when it comes to the LN picks that we've seen so far, Japan has had a little bit of a AC advantage as a team, but they've just been missing a little bit too much. So they need to kind of, if they want to be able to win this, they do need to focus on the combo just a little bit, make sure they can pull out some more consistent, not necessarily FCs, but just larger combos. Miss as least as you possibly can.
I mean, if you FC, it just can try to advantage at you regardless. And yeah, seeing literally the same old rosters for both these teams, really. Ice Kick switching up for a Hodder right there.
Yeah, it seems like this is just going to be the trend as we, move later and later into the match.
However, once we go into the hybrids, Japan is going to start swapping things around. Maybe a Hodder playing hybrids? Maybe Ice Kick? I don't know.
I don't think... I mean, yeah, Japan have a big decision when it gets to that. Maybe even 9990. I think 9990 has proven to be an exceptional, well-rounded player. But we'll see once we get there. Of course, hybrids haven't been touched so far in this match, but maybe they will after this one. We'll see.
There we go. We're seeing already a mini jack on the column 1, or column 4 if you mirror it.
Yeah, not just a mini jack though, but like mini jacks with these LN pattings with density. Oh, Kruke, big drop down below 99%. 98.5 that was at the very start there, but it is a very early drop. So not going to impact the score as much as you might think.
Ponga is a little bit inconsistent on more so the releases. It's hitting quite all over the place actually. So maybe the timing is looking alright for Japan to take that lead from that alone.
Yeah, I think if you are kind of uncomfortable with a lot of the LN pattings, a lot of the release timings, some players might try to like cheese them a little bit, like kind of ignore the specific timing of the LNs, and that's when you drop accuracy like Paponga's doing right now, 99.1.
Yeah. Like that, the lead just goes back right there. And actually, massive bottom row from Thailand.
Yeah, Konkawa and Paponga both finding misses, and that comes with big accuracy drops as well. Paponga now below 99%, Konkawa 99.1, and all 3 Japanese players are now building up the accuracy. Kruke all the way back up at 99.3. Good recovery there.
Very good recovery. No, not anymore, but 99.2 still. Even with the trade doesn't seem to affect that much, really.
Yeah, the AC lead, I think, is still very solidly in Japan's favor right now. JH Legal finding another miss. Okay. Now it gets close. We can see the point lead is very small all of a sudden as...
No Ice Cake dropping as well. There's no SPs.
Okay, but Paponga does trade it back.
Ice Cake does trade it again. Pavan is the only one FCs now.
And yeah, Pavan just single-handedly keeping Thailand in this map, but Konkawa finding... repeated drops again. Japan still have the lead at the end of the day.
Still 10,000 even with repeated misses. That just goes to show the misses aren't really affecting if you drop too many 200s or even a drop, really.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of not sure how Thailand have kept it so close because, Thailand have had a lot more misses than Japan so far. They also look like they have the worst AC, but maybe Pavan's accuracy is just enough to keep them decently close.
To be fair, I mean, like, this pick alone, it just constitutes a lot of draws. Even 200s is just very minor, but it adds up when you think about it. Kruke dropping right there.
Paponga trades
Paponga, actually.
Yeah, Sleet Girl as well, but single misses are not going to be enough. It's going to have to be massive drops, and Thailand don't look like they can hold on to the combo for long enough towards the end. Paponga drops down to 98.6, and I don't think there's any way that Thailand can win this one now.
Yeah, Paponga repeatedly missing again, and it pay off for Japan. And Pavan with a 990 straight up. You just don't talk about this man. Absurd. 200.
We can't really talk about that anymore. It's just every map pattern's just doing this now.
It's now best of 5, so watch out for both of these teams really, because there's no LNs, and there's still some 2 rice picks and hybrids left.
LNs are gone. SV is still on the table, so you know we say it's 4-4. We can treat this as a 5-4 almost.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Japan wins anything than SV, then it's a guaranteed tiebreaker for them, yeah, right?
Japan have the only good pick for either of these teams. The SV pick is the only good pick in this pool for Japan. Thailand, they have Brain Dead still. They could go for that one. They've been looking good on the rise so far, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like, you know, Thailand is definitely going to win that one, right? Japan could very well steal Brain Dead away from them.
I mean, let's be real. My conspiracy theory brain says that Thailand will pick SVs, but it's not looking the case.
Thailand's not going to pick SVs. What are you even saying? Thailand are not going to pick SVs. That is a crazy theory.
This is what happened when your brain dies, and they're going for that.
That would be just a monumental throw, just straight up. But
this
Brain Dead.
This pick is, I mean, clueless star rating, because this is not what it says it is. It's very harsh. It is very hard to compare it with, like, I'm in no mood for this, because it's so draining.
Oh, star rating, you say? 5.2 stars. That means it's easier than Triumph and Regret, right?
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. Even the base rate is like 5 stars. It's like flat 5.
Oh my god, yeah. Of course, technical maps. If you've ever played technical maps, some of the most underrated in star rating maps that you could possibly have. This is extremely brutal, and also, not only is it brutal, but 3.5 minutes long.
I mean, a little correction there. If you've never played Technical Terminal 11 by Pizza, this is something else you want to watch out for, because comboing matters a lot. Like, comboing matters the most, really.
And it's really hard to be able to hold on to any combo, you know, when you have pure technical patterns like this. And of
this
course,
is like 3.5. Yeah.
Well, they're coming in for this one. We have the same lineups that we're used to for these Rice maps, so no big surprises here.
3.5 minutes of OD 8.3. This is harsh for an OD like this, and given the fact that the pattern stays relentless, I mean, there's a middle break, but that's not much. So you can say that this is literally make your brain dies completely if you're not careful.
Yeah, and this one is every map now extremely important, because we are very close to either team getting to match point.
Completely sinister intro with literally no lead, and there's some Dorito patterns like the 4-3-2-3-4 thing. Very close proximity between each other.
Oh my god, and
some draws by Kruke.
But nothing too significant. Paponga also drops down to 99.3. But overall, it looks like, a further with a first drop that we're seeing of the map.
This is the thing that I'm talking about. Even with the lead kind of like stays like this, there's a lot of downtime in this, but it's the pattern by itself is so draining. Like, Pavin only dropped a 100 on that transition alone.
But overall, looks like the accuracy is very slightly in the lead for Thailand, just because of Konkawa's accuracy. And that is going to help a lot. Of course, longer maps, the accuracy matters just that little bit more.
Once we get to the middle point, this is where it starts to get dicey for both of these teams, because I have no clue on who's going to actually have the last bit of stamina to take that.
Oh my god, it is so tense over here. Well, actually, accuracy drops from a few of the players, but nothing in terms of combo, so this lead is still only 6,000 points.
Oh god, I mean, The lead shrinking twice ever so slightly. A father, no, actually, a father dropping a clean one still, but Thailand already has about 9,000 point lead now.
There's a clean miss, so Afada's accuracy still above Paponga's, and Paponga finding the miss now. That might affect the score a little bit more than Afada's before. So now this lead is going to get very small once we see Paponga start to climb back up to the 400 combo mark.
Alright, this is the wackiest section that you wouldn't have to nail this entire way through. It's just very sudden, like that, Afada already dropping right there. The transition is completely insane with the Dorito patterns.
Yeah, these are crazy. And so far, I can't believe we're seeing how many people are holding the combo through this. Afada finding another break, but we still have 4 full combos.
Paponga is already leading against Afada and Pavan finding the drop right there, but there's only Konkawa and Sleek Girl. Actually, again, and Kruke as well, actually.
Paponga finds another miss. This lead is shrinking. Down to below 10,000 point, but still in Thailand's favor. It looks like the accuracy lead is what's really doing it for them. Pavan, despite the miss, is still holding accuracy, tying Sleek Girl, and Konkawa is just above everyone else in the lobby.
You don't want to get complacent with these transitions. 7,000 point lead and Konkawa already dropping a few 100s and at disposal. And it's still, I mean, the patterns like that, the transition is still very overbearing.
But it looks like this lead is kind of stabilized at around 7,000, 8,000 points, and I mean, unless there's a miss somewhere towards the end, I don't think... Afada finds a miss. That might seal it, as we're in the last few notes of the map, and it looks like Thailand is going to manage to take their own pick on the last of these tech maps.
5 200s for Konkawa, and I don't know how you deal with this ratio.
Konkawa, Sleek Girl, Pavan, the 200 counts are just going insane for all of them.
Kruke with also very impressive FC, but again, Japan has to go with SV. I don't think they want to take any more risks because of how they're leading.
No chance. This is SV. If there's no if. No, Japan picks SV. I don't think the ref should even ask, honestly. Like, don't even ask for Japan's pick. You know what it is.
There it is.
Yeah, okay, there it is.
And we're going to see Gyoza and Ice Cake going in. Finally, for the first time, we've seen another team member of Japan. Not completely. There's still 9990 left, but Gyoza is back in for now.
Is 9990 playing?
No. I mean, actually,
9990 is in the lobby.
I mean, is it either Gyoza and Ice Cake or Gyoza with 990?
I am confused either way. I don't think I've seen 9990 play SV ever, but
I mean, they could surprise us. They could surprise us, you know?
They could. To be fair, I mean, looking in the chat here, Konkawa is saying that they did not practice SV1.
Gyoza's sleeping?
Gyoza's sleeping!
Wait, what? So who's playing then? Is it Ice Cake?
So it has to be Kruke, Ice Cake, and 9990, right?
Or is it the big brain? Is it the big brain Bane, really?
Okay, no, but here's the thing. Even in that situation, right? Japan are not even strong in SV just because they have 3 players. Japan have a whole country full of SV players. So
yeah, I mean, literally all 6 of them can play SV.
Yeah, like, even if I think they could be missing 2 of their SV players even. I think that would be perfectly fine, honestly.
Well, but it depends if you don't have a hyper carry for the one team, literally.
And it does seem like Konkawa said in the chat that they did not practice SV1, so I think, you know, we've had a very close match so far, an extremely close match so far, so now is the time when you can relax a little bit. Watch the scores.
I mean, this is the time where we can just let's just watch a showcase for the SV. Like that, the bar line's already completely there.
Keep your eyes on Kruke and Ice Cake in particular. I'm interested to see what 9990 can pull off here, as well. I mean, as the substitute SV player.
With a no-fail, no less.
Bit of no-fail. So, of course, you're allowed to use no-fail. It doesn't affect the score in Score V2 at all.
I mean, MDCO is already a very good start right there, in the intro at the very least.
I mean, so with Ice Cake, right?
Well, You're right. You're right.
Okay, so we're already seeing 40,000 points. I think it's nice to be able to chill out a little bit. It looks like Japan wins this one. 990 is struggling a little bit, down to 93%, but still more than good enough.
It's safe to say we hold our breath because Japan will have to think about their next pick, since there's no other picks left other than hybrids.
Yeah. This SV, by the way, these SVs this week are really, kind of insane as well. Really exciting to see being played, but also extremely hard to learn. And we can see that on, 4 of these players' screens right now, all kind of struggling to hold the combo. It's only really Ice Cake and Crew K. I don't know what they do to train SV, how to get that good at SV, but that's why Japan is the best SV team in the world.
They're not to be called SBSE champion without a reason. Not quite SBSE champion, but they're already the leading player in terms of that. How do you even have an ungodly amount of time to learn how to act, not learn how to hit them?
There's the weekly SV choke from Japan. They've had one every week. Crew K finding the miss there.
It's usually Gyoza who chokes, so it doesn't really matter.
So Gyoza is here in spirit, even though he is sleeping. But yeah, so far, not really much to say here. 500,000 points in the lead for Japan. I think they can AFK at the end here and still be fine.
Well, you don't want to AFK because the score probably doesn't count.
990 has no fail on.
Yeah, well, again, not for Crew K AFKing, so, well, And just like that, yeah, Ice Cake just completely MVPs with a 994.5. That's just how it is.
Hang on a second. Let me just look at. Actually, Ice Cake and Crew K alone would have beaten the entire Thai team.
Exactly, 1.97 million against what, 1.8?
Yeah, I don't know how they'd look at these ratios on Crew K and Ice Cake.
110 and 142. That's just how it is. And again, I think on Kawi Thailand's gonna pick Desert After Tears, really.
Okay, we're going for all the rice picks. I'm actually. I honestly expected Thailand to maybe go for one of the hybrids at this point, but no, actually hybrids are going to be left up. That's going to be Japan's decision later on.
Japan's decision to pick the 3 of the hybrids that they're going the anime back against the wall style,
So we have seen all. This is the last rice pick. No more rice picks after this. No more LN picks. No more SV picks. Japan have to pick one of the hybrids after this, and I am very excited to see what they decide to go for because it is an insanely difficult decision from their point of view. But for now, we'll see.
Yeah, historically speaking, Japan has been winning hybrids out of nowhere and for no reason. So it could be something else, really. They can go either for Machiar, they could go Machiar, they could go for Cold Fusion, and they could go for Gene. So, it's literally a dice roll.
It's so hard to tell what they'll go for, but that's going to be their decision later on. This pick is what we should focus on now. 4 minutes long. This is a marathon of a map, and full of just jump stream. Almost 270 BPM jump stream throughout the entire map. It's gonna be the stamina.
Yeah. Also, let me just say this right now that as a former big map nominator who actually nominated this chart for the rank section for the base rate, the 1.0, the patterns are, to be fair, it's the least comfortable jump stream that you would ever go when you think about something like a Lemon's jump stream chart. This is very running many, very one-hand trilly. This is just all sorts of whack stuff in here.
Yeah, and all that kind of patterning also just compounds the effect of the stamina draining that this chart has. So we're probably going to see, especially towards the end of the map, a lot of misses potentially coming out.
I mean, this just very simple guitar that just keeps on giving for how light these are for the upcoming sections later on.
Yeah, nice and
Hold
chill
your
intro.
breath.
Gonna need to save that stamina for later on, and here we are, jump stream starting.
Look at this one-hand trailer, very running mini, almost.
Oh my god, it's so close overall. Everyone holding strong accuracies overall. Kruke and Papong are a little bit behind, but cancelling each other out as far as the accuracy is concerned.
God, how these people, you should not be acting running in patterns in the jump stream like this, especially these fast.
Yeah, everyone's looking scarily comfortable so far. And, I mean, the lead is flickering back and forth. Papong and Kruke tying each other's accuracy. Pavan and Afother also. And Konkawe and JH Lead Girl. But it looks like...
Literally, Pavan, the first percentage drop on the one-hand trail.
Yeah, that's a fairly significant one as well, down to 99.5. So Japan, the first lead so far in this map.
Let's see who actually takes this still more on the really harsh one-hand trail transitions on the jump stream. And literally no one's flinching.
This is some crazy high accuracy. What is going on right now?
Literally no one from Japan's flinch. 99.8 still from above there.
Kruke has increased the accuracy, by the way, from 99.6 all the way up to 99.8 as we're hitting the halfway mark right now, and this accuracy lead looking like very strongly in favor of Japan as well.
And Pavan completely regains his composure for 99.7 going there now. But a miss is a miss for a lead for Japan, so they don't want to get too complacent after this.
Yeah, Thailand's accuracy is still very strong. Pavan's now at 99.7, so recovered the accuracy really well. Papong is still at 99.74, so they're not far behind at all as far as the accuracy is concerned. A few misses is definitely enough for Thailand to take it, but Pavan finds another miss.
And a one-hand trail completely.
Yeah, you did mention those. They're very hard to be consistent on, especially at this BPM as well.
Some bits of 1/5, 1/6 streams here, but I mean, that shouldn't be too much of a problem, really, because everything else in this chart, it just goes against stamina, braided there by Afother and Konkawe. But again, that's the highest accuracy for both of them, really.
That favors Thailand ever so slightly. If you look at Afother's accuracy, it dropped just that little bit more on the trill. And Konkawe actually dropping accuracy now a little bit, so the lead is very well staying in favor for Japan.
There's still 2 mislead, but I mean 3 mislead because Konkawe already missed right there. But I think there's risk running out of time really because everything after this section is really pretty much downtime.
Yeah, running out of time, and also they're running out of stamina just a little bit as well.
There it is.
We saw towards the end there, the accuracies from all 3 players on the Thai side dropping ever so slightly. Japan dropping a little bit as well, but overall, I mean, this is still 2 full combos from Japan. 1 from Thailand as well.
I mean, unless there's a 1 LN mishap from any players, really, because there's a 1 LN you can... Yeah, like that for Congo.
Okay.
Completely missing on the whole combo, no less.
How did you know that was going to happen? You just read the future there.
Because the LNs are really difficult in the end section if you're not careful with handling everything else. But again, it doesn't really matter since Kruke... Is it Kruke MVP because of the 200 or Sleek Girl?
That is Sleek Girl.
Sleek Girl. Stolen. Kruke's MVP, but it's stolen by 200.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think back, Kruke had the few 200s at the very start of the map. That would have done it. But this team score from Japan, 2,990, is just ridiculously consistent between the 3 players.
And now Japan has to pick one of these 3 hybrids for them to be able to move on to the top 4, or else Thailand we're gonna have to get 3 tiebreakers in a row.
Yeah, okay. So breakpoint needed for Thailand. This is going to be the last pick. We have 3 hybrids. What do you pick here, Japan?
This is a extremely good decision for timeout there.
Yeah. You have to time out because this is hard. We've had a very clear strategy from both teams. Japan has picked all the LNs and the SV, of course. Thailand has picked all the rice. So neither team has touched the hybrids. We haven't seen hybrids really coming out at all. I don't know which one Japan should go for at all because of that. It's so hard to say.
I mean, let me just say this. If Japan goes for Gene A mix, that means Thailand will get blocked from getting the Connect 4. Let's just say that.
I mean, you could say that, you know, Japan has a bit of a wonky Connect 4 with the SV pick included there.
That doesn't count. It's not in the middle.
Okay. So, Japan, I really don't know what they should pick out of these ones. Cold Fusion, of course, being a lot more technical out of the other ones we see here. And the Guden pick, Mania, a bit more straightforward, a bit more speedy.
And Lemon Guy is Lemon Guy a hybrid.
Lemon Guy is Lemon Guy. Yeah,
hybrid.
If you've ever played Lemon Guy hybrid, you know what a Lemon Guy hybrid is.
Yeah. So let me just remind you like something alongside of like Party Starter. There's also like what I akin to like something, I don't know, maybe the other hybrids from last year, kind of like that style. So we'll see.
So what do you think? What do you think Japan's gonna pick? Because I am just completely lost. I feel like, actually, hang on.
I would expect Cold Fusion for me.
I was gonna say maybe Cold Fusion. I think not Hybrid 1. Because I feel like Japan as a team, a Father probably struggles. Just for the LN aspect. I feel like they probably want to pick a map that maybe Ice Cake can play more.
Actually, I changed my mind. I think it's gonna be hybrid. I think it's gonna be Maciar, because the thing is that how can you expect that a Father can handle wonky releases in something like Cold Fusion, for example?
You think they put a Father in and play hybrid 1?
Yeah, exactly, because that's just how it goes for every single hybrid thing.
That could be it. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Can Ice Cake play
Gene,
any of these?
none of us.
Okay, none of the above.
Right?
So Gene is being picked, and I expect in that case, Ice Cake should stay in.
Oh, hang on. Is this a protected pick?
Wait, protect pick? Oh, I didn't see the protects actually. Was this Thailand's protect? Surely not.
I mean, not because Japan protected SV1 and Thailand protected Hybrid 2.
I actually think I missed it at the very start of the match. But here we go, Lemon Guy Hybrid, 2 minutes long. This one's very dangerous.
Oh, it was Cold Fusion being protected by Thailand, so no, none of them.
Oh, and then Thailand just never picked Cold Fusion.
So
interesting. Okay. But yet, must win for Thailand, of course, if they want to force the tiebreaker. Japan, they want to close it out now. But easier said than done. I don't think that any of the hybrids are particularly good picks for Japan. I think I think hybrids is just, in general, this is what makes a team like Thailand's a little bit stronger.
Ice Cake joining in.
Ice Cake, yeah, because we're seeing, like what we were kind of discussing before, Japan has a very deep roster, but they also don't quite have 3 players that can play everything. They have Crew K, they have Sleet Girl, but Ice Cake is mainly an LN player, a Father is mainly a Rice player, and you don't usually see them mixing too much in the other categories.
Yeah, there's some indecisions from Japan, but I feel like this is... I don't think none of these favors both of them, really, in terms of play style.
And meanwhile, on Thailand's side, we know that all 3 players on Thailand that are here can play everything. They can play Rice, they can play LN, they can play Tech, they can play Speed. They should be fine, given what we've seen so far from the Thailand side. I am willing to be proven wrong, but I'm not exactly sure how Japan is going to fare on the hybrids in general.
Let's see if this is a repeat of the 2019, where the scoreline is the exact same, or we go to a tiebreaker.
Of course, plenty of jacks in this one, along with the LNs, and it looks like early lead over towards Japan because of Paponga's accuracy dropping down below 99%.
So does Sleet Girl, actually, dropping a little bit, and actually with Crookay.
Looks like Paponga's going to recover the accuracy above 99
But
again
no,
now.
it's like, oh my god, Konkawa actually traded that. Sleeper actually dropping them below 99 now.
Yeah, much bigger drop for Sleek
Oh
Girl,
my
but
God.
Paponga trades, and now it's Japan in the lead just by a little bit. The accuracy is fairly even between Sleek Girl and Paponga. And actually, overall, it's a very close game.
I'm so scared because the lead's shrinking. Because how fast the recovery is for both Konkawa and Pavin actually. Paponga actually pretty much staying the same.
Oh yeah, look at this number. It's going down. It's going down to 3,000 points. We're halfway through the map already. There's only 2 minutes in this map altogether. And any miss is going to be so costly right now.
200s from left and right for both of these teams, and it's still neck and neck.
Oh my god, we still have a bunch of FCs. There's 3 FCs, it looks like, on the board. Still favoring Japan just by a little bit. 5,000 points there. Looks like they're managing to
Oh my god,
increase
there's
the
a bit of
lead.
300 rush.
Yeah, JH Lee Girl managing to recover, now up to 99.4, but Crew K finds a miss.
That's probably the miss that they're looking for.
Oh, look at this lead, it's shrinking. It's going towards the other side now. The accuracy in
Last stretch.
favor of Thailand, and Crew K
Crew
finds
K
another
missing.
miss.
Paponga, last stretch right there. They don't need to miss right there. And it's looking... I mean, there's still quite a bit left to go. And Thailand's looking to get Pavin and drop there.
Hold on a second. Pavin finds a miss, but it's not going to be enough.
I
Ice
think-
Kick missing at the very last note. It's going to be tiebreaker.
Thailand with 3 tiebreakers completely just
There's-
swings it by.
Oh my god. We're not having another one.
This is completely what this is completely against what I was expecting. And Kirke literally had the best 200 count, but the miss is completely edged out.
Yeah, just the smallest of margins, the misses towards the end, and now, finally, we get another tiebreaker. Thailand, as you said, this is Thailand's 3rd tiebreaker so far in this tournament, and they have won every single one so far.
They have to win to catch the glory for either of these teams, and let me tell you something. This is not 7.1 star rating. This is not a Ambrosia type star rating.
This is brutal. This is insane, this map. And oh my god, yeah, I think all the players have to have a bit of a break right now. They're going to need to calm down because this is tournament life on the line. This is potential top 3 that these teams are fighting for.
I mean, we have to literally find out because of the, well, we have to wait, I guess, to see whether Brazil versus Indonesia we're going to triumph for. Because Thailand, if either Thailand or Japan are going to have quite harder time to fight against them.
I like how in the chat log you can see that does Japan agree to a timeout as well, and then just everyone in Japan leaves the room. I guess that's a yes. I guess Japan agrees to the timeout.
What would Japan's street player is going to be?
Is it going to be 9990? Yeah,
No.
actually, that's an interesting question. I don't know who Japan puts in. As far as, you know, physicality, a father should be one of the most physically capable on Japan, but there is definitely maybe some discomfort with LNs from a father.
I mean, we already seen Ice King already struggling with Gene as well, so that might have been some useful information a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Cake did very well, actually, on the hybrid pick overall. I feel like Ice Cake was very strong there, but this is definitely a completely different map. This one is going to be a massive test for all of these players, and I'm not really sure who ends up being the last player. I do think 9990Y is probably the most well-rounded player outside of the 2 that we already see in this, but the question is, you know, who can really keep up with this level of difficulty that we're seeing here? I think Thailand can. Honestly, from what we've seen, Pavin and Konkawa have been killing it so far this tournament. Paponga has been showing that they, although, you know, they maybe don't have the best accuracy, they do have the combo ability.
Paponga is the combo gamer out of all players. So the thing is that it's either 9990, it's either Ice Cake or a fodder. That's just you just take turn on picking one of them.
I can see a world where any of those end up playing. I know a fodder has the ability to play tiebreaker style maps, but you really need someone that's capable of beating Thailand here. It looks like it's going to be 9990.
All right, we've seen him on SB1. Although this is just completely miles beyond what is not SB1. This is a tiebreaker, so you have to take this very, very seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. And just thinking here, imagine being 9990Y. You've played the SV map and then the tiebreaker.
That's
the only maps that 9990Y is going to be playing this match, which is going to put the pressure on you for sure. But that's just how it turns out. Definitely a really well-rounded player and a very physically capable one at that. So we'll see who ends up taking it the very last map of the match now, of course.
Also, I don't think I've seen Parponger played with everything with a mirror. I think this tiebreaker is also a mirror.
Okay, let's see. Will it be Japan or Thailand winning this one? Support both of the teams right now because this is gonna get kinda crazy.
It's about to get spicy as the winner takes all for this pick.
Ooh, okay, off to good starts for both teams. 9990 struggling in accuracy a little bit.
99.98 for a Konkawa for a second there.
Yeah, no, there's no way that's gonna last. Parponger with the first miss.
Clean miss after that ending transition.
But traded right away, and actually 9990Y dropping below 99%. That's gonna give the lead over to Thailand.
Oh, wow.
Another miss now.
And Pavin actually, Pavin's significant drop right there actually.
It looks like so far though, traded out. Konkawa missing as well. Everyone on Japan. There is no combo except for Parponger right now. And this lead is starting to grow. It's starting to grow really fast now.
Looking very bad for Japan right there. There's some trades here and there, but you really don't want to have a trade there.
But here's the thing, if everyone misses, every single player is missing on both teams, that means that the winner is going to be decided by the accuracy, and it looks like right now, Thailand have the stronger accuracy in general. Konkawa and Pavin both above 99%, Crew K the only one on Team Japan above 99.
Konkawa Polar is actually closing in. Konkawa is actually dropping below 99.
Oh, no, all the combos gone. All the combos gone from Thailand.
There's no shot.
Hang on a second, Crew K. Crew K is by far the highest accuracy, the highest combo in the lobby right now. And JH Legal starting to build up the combo up to 1,000 as well. This might be enough to start bringing back this score.
Pavin dropping again. Seiko dropping. There's a trade there. Crew K is the only one standing left.
Oh, but Splingo with a big act drop as well as that. 9,000 points is the difference here. Pavin and 990 both trading. Sleek Girl misses as well. And now it's the other side. Thailand are the ones holding the combos a little bit more.
Seiko and Pavin keeping trade. It's back and forth. Parponger and Konkawa is staying stable.
Oh,
not anymore.
Trading. Pavin and Parponger as well. All the combos gone once again, and it's 990 and Crew K the only ones above 400 combo. But another miss from 990. Sleek Girl missing as well. Pavin also. There's so many misses.
So many misses except for Crew K.
What is Crew K doing? I don't want to say his name, but that's 3,000 combo. Crushing everyone in terms of the score and the accuracy. But it doesn't look like it's enough, at least so far. JH Legal finds another miss, and the team accuracy. All three of the Thailand players beating the bottom two players for Japan. And that's really what's keeping them in this lead. 23,000 points. It looks like it's growing.
Corjax right now. I mean, the lead is already solidified to a 25,000 point for Thailand. This is already a very big lead, considering for how long this tiebreaker is.
Yeah, Japan need to hold on to these combos for a little bit longer, but the Corjax not favoring them. 990 and JH Legal both missing repeatedly, and every other player on Thailand holding the combo through this. All three of them now at 1,000 combo.
Literally, no one's flinching on Thailand whatsoever. What is this? Nothing happened. Complete trade at Kuke missing.
Yep, Pavin eventually missing here, but Kruke drops that ridiculous combo that was held. Still easily the best accuracy in the room. Another miss from Kruke. All three Japanese players finding misses there, and all the Thailand players above 400 combo now. Once again, this lead is growing faster and faster. 43,000 points. Misses coming from Thailand, but those are fairly clean. Nothing too significant.
It's literally all eyes for Thailand right there. 43,000 point is very big.
Kruke finding another miss. That comes with a little bit of an accuracy drop. These LNs. Both teams struggling so hard to keep the combo up. Sleek Girl finding another miss now as well as we're approaching the last quarter of the map. And it looks like this lead for Thailand is massive.
It's going to above 50k now, and again, they're trying to as fast as you can, but unfortunately Japan is taking way too many damage.
Yeah, all three of these accuracies from Thailand have managed to stay consistent throughout the entire map. They have not budged. All three hovering around that 99% mark.
Except for now, Performer is the highest combo right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, it was Kruke earlier. We've got a new combo king right now towards the end of the map.
Literally 63,000 points. This is just extremely hard to catch up for Japan right now.
No, this looks like it's a done deal. We're towards the end of the map. There is still some hard sections left, but massive point lead, and Kruke 990 both missing. Traded by Konkawa and Papong are actually dropping the massive combo towards the end, but nothing is going to matter now.
Yeah, there's way too many damage for Japan right now. It's pretty much unrecoverable at this point.
Yeah, some misses towards the end. All three Japanese players missing. All three Thailand players missing as well. No one has a combo. But the accuracy wins at the end of the day. And Thailand, after such a close fought match, tiebreaker again. This is
Thailand
the third
survived.
tiebreaker they've won.
Thailand survived against 3 tiebreaker gauntlets, and they still managed to stay alive.
You know, okay, hold on. You could even say Thailand has won 4 tiebreakers after the for fun one they did against South Korea as well. They've won every single tiebreaker map against every team they have versed. This is a crazy run. Congratulations to Thailand. They're moving on, not to the grand finals week just yet. They have to play one more match later this weekend, which will be tomorrow against the winner of Brazil versus Indonesia, and that match is going to decide top 3.
And I feel Brazil and Indonesia are gonna have to up their games a little bit, because Thailand, it's a force to be reckoned with for every single pick.
Thailand is absolutely a dark horse this year. So is Japan, honestly. I think both of these teams performed well above the expectations that a lot of people had for them at the start of this tournament, especially Thailand. I don't think anyone expected Thailand to be this good, but here they are, and they are going to be in contention for the top 3, the first podium position that Thailand will get, might get, that is, in 4K MWC at least. Congratulations to Japan as well. They made it to the finals week. They're going to finish top 6 in tied 5th place. But that is the end of the road for them.
And it seems history has been overwritten from since 2019, where Japan also versus against Thailand in that year, and Japan triumphed over 7-5 against that, and they're now on the back seat, and Thailand wins the tiebreaker against it. So, you know, history overwritten. So.
And oh my god, that was the first match of the weekend. And let me tell you, looking at these upcoming matches, I don't think the other matches are going to be any different as well. We have such insanely high level of competition. All of these teams are so good that I think these other 2 matches we're seeing up here on the screen here, Brazil versus Indonesia, Korea versus USA. Those are going to be absolute bangers as well. So stay tuned for those.
Yeah, as well, don't forget as well, because Thailand also have to be facing against the winner of the Brazil-Indonesia. And, I mean, let's be fair, 4 tiebreakers is a possibility for there.
Oh my
so,
god.
so, you know, I mean, against all odds, Thailand managed to win against Japan. So maybe Brazil-Indonesia have to, you know, try to avoid tiebreaker against Thailand in this case.
I don't think any country in the world wants to verse Thailand on a tiebreaker now after what they've shown time after time. But oh man, we're gonna need to calm down from that one a little bit. 16 UTC is gonna be the next match. That's gonna be in about 3.5 hours, I believe, if I'm counting correctly.
Yes, it is 3.5 hours. So I mean, there's some opportunities to break, to have a very long break. I mean, unless you don't want to, or stay oversleep for this next match for Brazil versus Indonesia. So it's literally a close match for both of them. And again, yeah, I believe this is probably our only block for this entire round. So maybe you have anything else to say, Potassium?
I am just absolutely blown away by the players. Just good job to the players. These teams are just so insane. It's really hard to put into words. But congratulations to both Japan and Thailand for the performance that they've put up. And I am looking forward to see the rest of these. We are going to be signing out now, but make sure you stay tuned at 16 UTC for the other losers bracket match, and we'll see you then.
Yeah, stay tuned for that one. This has been Mifa and Potassium. We'll be signing off.